Hello and welcome to the United Stand after-match review 2, but after-match reaction in relation to social media really, something new that we're doing on the United Stand, but a lot of Manchester United fans not very happy about Jose Mourinho's post-match conference. I hadn't seen it when I did my instant match reaction, but ultimately, for those who didn't see it, excuses. One, in relation to fatigue and too many games and players having to play absolutely exhausted. I tell you what, if I went to work on Tuesday and my boss said to me, "Oh, you look really tired. No wonder you're not doing much work. Carry on just not doing much work because you're really tired," I think we'd all act a bit tired. Don't want to be hearing that publicly, I don't think. And the second thing that's really annoying people as well is how Mourinho after the game can say, I've got no problems with the players, the performance, absolutely perfect, just fatigue is the issue with Manchester United at the moment. Just to summarise what a lot of people are saying, well, was it fatigue back in October and November? Was it fatigue that made you get rid of Memphis, Schneidlin and Schweinsteiger? Is it fatigue that's made you ignore the youth all season? Is it fatigue that's made you not really rotate the team all season? And is it fatigue that you don't actually predict that success will mean you're playing twice a week? And that's happened to many teams in the past. So, look, I back Mourinho. I'm only feeding back what people are saying on the social media. But I think, to be fair, I think fans probably are a bit frustrated and there probably is a certain bit of middle ground. However, I will come back to that because we are going to go live to Ross at Old Trafford, who was at the game this afternoon, and get his thoughts on it, and then we'll revisit this in one moment.
Hi, it's Ross here reporting for the United Stand match reaction. Just been to the game. Very disappointing game, to be honest. Got my friend Ben here, who was with me at the game, but overall, it was disappointing, to be honest. I don't know what your thoughts were, Ben, on the game.
I thought the majority of the players were pretty poor. Passing was short, no runs. Rashford was the only one that looked like he wanted to actually make any runs, to have any efforts on goal. So yeah, disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to single players out, to be honest. The whole team was poor. I think they're all 5 out of 10s, to be honest. But if I was to pick 2 players out, I'd probably say Rooney and Martial, to be honest. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Rooney was poor today. Nothing like the Chelsea game at all. Totally different performance. Martial, same as well. I mean, Martial looked really good in the Chelsea game, and today just non-existent. Really, didn't look like the same player. So, yeah.
No, he kept dropping short, which was really frustrating because every time Ashley Young got the ball, he looked to the wing, and Martial was just dropping in. He wanted it to feet. I just want to see a bit more running in behind from Martial, to be honest, and Rooney for the goal. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Their goal.
It's a poor tackle at the edge of the box. He's old enough and mature enough to know not to do that, and it was just a shock to see him give away that.
And he missed the one-on-one. Well, not a one-on-one. I mean,
from 6 yards out, he should have scored. He
could have hit that anywhere, apart from against Swansea. But again, I think it showed that we do have squad depth, but I think the actual squad is quite poor. And we need to strengthen in the summer, and I think Jose will realise that. I mean, every player out there was 5 out of 10 to me. So yeah, it just goes to say disappointing half. The only positives we'll take is that it's
25 games unbeaten.
25 games unbeaten, which is a few draws, probably half of them were draws, but that's the only positive we can take out today. And for top 4 hopes, we got next game Arsenal. So hopefully, City drop points today, and hopefully Liverpool drop points tomorrow. That's all we can pray for now. I think it's totally out of our hands. So, but then the injuries. I haven't spoken about the injuries. I mean, we have Bailly and Shaw out today, and we also had Herrera limping at the end. I mean, what's with that?
If that happens, I don't know who he's going to play. He's going to have to pick Conte, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
I would like to see him play. I think he's a good player. I think he deserves a chance.
I was disappointed with that, to see Darmian come on, because if Bailly is injured, we've given Twanzebe no time to develop, so he's just going to get thrown in the deep end, and now is the time to put him on. Disappointed with that for Jose's game. I would like to see Twanzebe start. Agree?
Definitely, yeah, I have to agree.
Well, overall, disappointing day, disappointing match, but we go again, and we stay positive, and we hope for the best for the next game, which is Arsenal. So yeah, disappointing, but catch you later.
Thanks to Ross and his pal for giving us a bit of insight from the game. Obviously, I was there a few weeks ago. You don't get to see everything. In fact, Ross has already asked me about the Rashford penalty because he said to me at the game it looks like a penalty. But obviously, that's the great thing about watching it on TV. You get all the angles. But yeah, I mean, just picking up on there, I think there's general frustration amongst Manchester United fans, and a lot of it, it's nothing to do with fatigue. I mean, the one consistent thing we've done this season is draw at home to crap teams. And with all due respect, Stoke, Burnley, West Ham, Hull, Bournemouth, West Brom, Swansea, even the Arsenal game, they're games we should have won. That we are 1 point off third place, but we have dropped 16 points at home that we should have. It's ridiculous. If we don't get top four, which I don't think we will, and I said a few weeks ago, we have handed it on a plate through our own inefficiency, and that's what it comes down to. And I think when Mourinho comes out after the game, and to be honest, it's the sort of thing Sir Alex Ferguson used to do, but you knew Sir Alex Ferguson was going to do it. Keep it in-house, back your players, and he always did that. In the main, 99.9% of the time. Mourinho's been quite happy to come out after games and publicly berate players. But today he comes out and says, I'm proud of my players, they're doing everything for me. Well, you're proud of Lingard that you've just given a contract to, who's had a week off and looks crap. You're proud of Rooney, who's our biggest earner, and basically handed them a free kick and missed the sitter at the start of the second half. I mean, I sort of agree with Ross. I gave everybody a 6 or a 7. I'd drop it right the way down. I disagree with him about Martial. I thought he had a good game. But I think the biggest issue with United today, from reading around again, is that a lot of people were just stunned by that first half. This is Manchester United at Old Trafford, with an opportunity to win and go third and have a great chance of top four against the team that's third from bottom, and we sit back. We sit back at Old Trafford. We sit back and let Swansea attack us. And then people are wondering why the Old Trafford crowd can't get up for it. You know, the crowd's got a responsibility to get up for games, but when they see United defending from minute 1 and trying to hit a team on the counter-attack at Old Trafford, when our 11 is far better than Swansea's, then it's probably quite difficult to start standing up and chanting and singing songs when you're probably stunned into silence as to what's going on. And I think these constant excuses, I predicted it on the international break. I said, I guarantee by the end of the end of April, Mourinho will come out moaning. If the results aren't going our way, he'll start moaning about fatigue. But there is no excuse for fatigue. There is no excuse for fatigue. We are playing 2 games a week. Woo-hoo, boo-hoo. In '99, this was happening. It's been happening for the last 20 years. If you get to the latter stages of the European Cup, or the any Europa League or Champions League, you are going to play twice a week. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, and you know it's going to happen in August. You know it's going to happen at Christmas, and you've got to have a squad ready to do that. And I agree with a lot of what people are frustrated with. It's nothing to do with being Mourinho out. Nobody's Mourinho out. He's the right manager for the job, but I think a lot of people got frustrated by his positivity after such a dismal performance that we should have lost. Llorente should have scored at the end, and we would have lost that game. And we just. It's almost as if, like, the gods, and I read this on Twitter, the footballing gods are trying to give us top 4, and we are purposely giving it away, because the points we've dropped at home is ridiculous. You know, we've been very good away from home, but it's inexcusable what we're doing at home. And I don't agree with publicly coming out and going on about fatigue when you knew full well if we had a successful season we were going to be playing twice a week, every week, and that was going to happen. The reality is the squad wasn't rotated enough. We kept playing Zlatan and Pogba every single game, even in the League Cup, even in Europa League games when we had good leads. We played them and played them and played them. You can't then moan about fatigue when you sell players and don't replace them, when you don't use the youth when you've had opportunity to do it, and you don't rotate the squad when you've got time to do it. I think it's a feeble excuse, and I think many Manchester United fans see through it, and we don't want to see those excuses anymore. Dig deep, get on with it, bollock the players that aren't performing, like Lingard and Rooney today, week off, not good enough, give them a bollocking that they deserve, sort it out, because I tell you what, people are still saying, we drew with Man City drew, we've still got a chance for top 4. Wake up and smell the Nescafe, because Man City's running. They are ahead of us already with 1 point, by 1 point, and their running is mainly home games against teams on the beach. We are 1 point behind, so we need them to slip up. We need Liverpool to slip up, and then we need to still beat Arsenal, Spurs and Southampton away, and Palace at home, which we'll probably draw. I think top 4 is gone and it's down to us, but we've got to keep believing and we've got to keep fighting for it. But Going on about excuses, that's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. Kick them up the arse, take some responsibility and deal with it. That's what I think we need to do, because that's what the fans are doing. We're not sat here. The reality is, most of the fans on social media that I've read about today, they're not sat there going, we're really unlucky this season. We've had loads of injuries. We've got lots of tired players. We're unlucky. They're not. They're saying it's not been good enough. You know, we support the manager, we support the players, we support the club, but let's wake up and let's literally wake up and smell the Nescafe. Accept we've not been good enough. Accept that we weren't good enough today. It was an embarrassing performance to play like that at Old Trafford. Kick us up the backside, because if we can't beat Swansea at home with pretty much the same team that we'll play against Celta Vigo, we're living in dreamland if we're thinking we're going to beat Celta Vigo playing like that. The only player we've got to come back is Pogba. That's it. And Pogba is a big miss, but we've got to get up for it. And hiding behind excuses of tiredness, it doesn't wash, does it? I'm back tonight at 8:30 with the Sunday night show. I hope you enjoyed the little fan reaction from Ross at the ground. Thanks everybody for watching. Give us your thoughts below. Are you one of the frustrated fans, or do you think it's right to be positive about nearly losing a game at home to Swansea when we should have won it and we should be in the third position tonight? Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.